Hi there, it's Rob here from Gym Team. Hope you're well. Welcome to this mobility method training session, where today we're looking at shoulder mobility and upper thoracic as well. Grab yourself a pint of water, put some calm music on in the background, let yourself some time to hit your parasympathetic nervous system and allow your body just to chill and relax. Cheers. Okay, so about a 20-minute rotational session here. From here, what I want to do is find yourself a space, check around one way, check around the other, make sure you've got plenty of room. And from there, taking a little crack down to the floor before standing up. Okay, so from here, we're just going to rotate across our body, nice and easy. From here, I want you to make a fist and place it between your feet. Just make sure that gap is nice and centered. From here, do this in your bare feet as well. Feel your big toe to your little toe square to the floor. Now, as you're rotating, I want you to feel what's happening in your spine, and I want you to feel what's happening in your toes. Now, I want you to feel your big toe to your little toe are flat down to the floor, and you are rolling and rotating around the column of your spine. You're just trying to get as much rotation as you feel comfortable. Now, as you're doing this, if you feel your big toe or your little toes rolling around the floor, then you're getting too much rotation in the feet. And I want you to try and keep them firm and down to the ground. Now, you might find this easy to allow yourself to rotate a bit more. And if you can rotate round so that your chest is facing the side wall, allow yourself to rotate into it before turning back. So you're going to lean into that side wall, come back in again, rotate, come back to the other way, rotate, lean in, come back. Okay, let's keep working here. So slow rotations. As you're doing it, if you're doing it barefoot, your feet will slide. They'll feel the moment that they want to start turning in. And at that point, you know that you've got some joint stiffness perhaps, or some short muscle fibers, or where you've perhaps had an old injury. So find out the point that you're rotating to, and if you're able to rotate and keep flat on your feet, allow a bit of rotation into it. Does the ankle allow the give? Does the hip allow give? And do your feet stay flat and prone to the floor? From there, releasing out and just working a side bend. So I want you to bring your hands so they're just underneath your ribs. So the top finger is underneath the rib supporting. And you're just going to tilt to the right side and then level up and come back up again. So just gentle tilts, down to the side, lift back up. Simple, slow movements. Just arching the side of the body, tilt, and stand. Let's go. 4 more here. 3 more here. 2 more here. Last one. Shake out the hips, tilt to the other side. Keep the shoulders back, chest lifted. Tilt deep to the side, bring it back up again. Strong lifts, strong lowers. Two more here. 1 more here. And all the way through that, you should have found your feet stayed in the same position, nice and parallel to each other. If you didn't, you need to work on some flexibility. So from here, feet fist gap apart. We want to make sure our second toes are nice and parallel to each other. Again, do this in barefoot, lift up through your calf raise, and lift your arms up and overhead. Now, as you're doing this, take the opportunity to do this in front of a mirror. So you'll look at your posture, and can you lift both arms up straight, controlled, letting the palms of the fingers just touch at the top. And again, strong lift, big toe, little toe flat to the floor, slowly controlling back down again. the hands touch in the middle again. Squeeze tight in your glutes as you lift up, centering your body. Now, if this feels easy, relax your body. This isn't a challenge. This is simple mobilization. If this feels tough, and you need to identify where that is tough in your body. Now, as you're doing this, you want to imagine a straight line with your arms coming up as if it were in a toaster here. So as you're coming up, you're lifting, and the arm is staying straight to the side of the body here. It's not protracting forwards, it's none of this retraction, it's purely straight back and forth. Love it. Keep it nice and symmetrical. Now, as you're doing this, drive your hips forward, tighten your glutes, and lift through the body. The palms of the hands need to meet at the top and at the bottom. Slow, controlled moves. Now, as you're doing this, if you find it easy, do it with your eyes closed. You'll need to slow down the speed and feel where your body moves on this. Try it, it's hard. Because your arms are going out wide through the frontal plane, whilst at the same time, your ankles are flexing you up and forwards through that sagittal plane. So it's quite difficult. Your body's trying to work through two different planes of movement, both at the same time. So you're finding this easy. Close the eyes and see if you can lift. See if you can lower back in plane. See what your form is doing. Again, tightening up through the glutes as you lift. You might be finding this getting really tiring in your shoulders. It is for me, so it must be for you as well, because it's tough to get the proprioception, the way that your brain fires to the muscles to create the right movements. Shake it out. Reach down to the right side again. Still mobilizing everything of our spine through. Check those feet positions. If you turn lateral out here, get them nice and square facing in again. Feel your movement, your balance side to side. Strong lift. Strong lower. Let's work 3 more here. 2 more. Change side. Two more here. Last one. Good work. From here, feet fist gap apart, roll your arms. Okay, so we're going to keep these arms nice and straight. Thumbs are facing forwards. Our fingers are webbed up nice and wide. So the arms roll forward and back. We pinch the shoulder blades together. As much rotation through the shoulders as possible. Pitch back. And use your shoulder blades, use the scapula to really massage through the muscles between your shoulder blades. Change direction. So if you're going forwards, you're now going to go backwards. Really trying to lift high on the shoulders before fully depressing down and reaching. So it's a high lift and a slow low. Shoulders back, chest lifted, pelvis forward, big toe, little toe square down to the floor. One more here. Shaking out, bring the arms forward. Again, check your feet position, get your pelvis forward, tighten up through your glutes. Bring the right arm back, whilst keeping your pelvis and chest forward. Open up and feel what happens in the chest muscle. Hold. Feel the lengthening here. Here, I want you to find that pulse point. So you're going to find it where the lengthening is happening here across your chest muscle, whilst keeping your chest bolt forwards. The hips stay forwards as well. We're opening up through the chest grip. 8 here. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stretch that same arm up and behind you. Taking the right hand, place it between the shoulder blades, taking the elbow high and leaning back. With a nice long deep stretch to the back of the right tricep. Tightening the glutes and lifting through your torso and your body. Feel the stretch in the back of the arm. If you find your chin drops down into your chest, try and lean back and lift your nose. Looking straight ahead, tightening your glutes and webbing your fingers wide behind your back. Stretching, releasing, unfolding. Side flex again. Nice. Drop down to the left side, give it a little pulse because we're working this left arm in a second. Okay, again, we're driving the pelvis forward, checking our feet position, toes nice and parallel to each other, hips driven forward, chest lifted. And releasing, shaking out the hips. The left arm now comes back. You can raise the other arm forward if you want to try and get a streamlined position, or keep that hand on your pelvis. Because if you know you're more susceptible, what I would describe this as is, if you're right-handed, this is my left arm that's going back, my left arm is going to want to allow rotation. My right hand is going to want to open up, because this is my action hand. So I want you to try and drive your pelvis forward. You can see the zip line on my shirt here. We're trying to bring that arm back and round. Keeping the shoulder lifted. Now, ready, my arm wants to droop, so I'm going to lift and keep it up at the shoulder height. Again, the fingers are going to web open nice and wide, the thumb open nice and high. Again, opening back, chest lifted. And we're pulsing back behind us. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And release. Roll that shoulder. Lifting the left hand up between the shoulder blades, taking the elbow high. Again, keep your feet nice and parallel to each other. Again, big toe to little toe down to the floor. Lift the elbow up high to the ceiling, lean back. Webbing the fingers tight and wide behind the back. Tightening up through the glutes and feeling that long stretch. Okay, we're going to support the hand that little bit further down through the stretch in the back of the arm. Keeping the chest lifted, the shoulders back, feeling the back of the arm, taking that deep stretch. Chin up, shoulders back, hold the stretch. From here, the same side that we've got lifted, so the left elbow is high, we're going to tilt to the left side. We're going to keep that right elbow high, pressure off the neck, the chin stays lifted, the glutes are engaged. We're going to come back up to midpoint. Just check this grip with the right hand, just firmly on top of the elbow, and allow this rotation through to the other side. You're driving the pelvis out the way, keeping the chest up, shoulders back into position, putting a big stretch through the thoracic of the body. Slowly releasing, unfolding the arms, shaking it out, side flex again, just get a bit of blood flow, especially into both shoulders. So we're going to reach up, punch down to the side, bring the hands up to the shoulder each time, working that flexibility, that range. Good, good. Take the other hand in between the shoulder blades, lift, drive the pelvis forward, tighten your glutes, lift it up. Get your feet nice and parallel to each other. Tilt away. So whichever side, you've got my right hand up this time. So I'm going to go to the right side and feeling that stretch. See if you can lean a little bit further. Might find a bit of a stretch coming out the side of the tummy muscles. But again, thinking about where the zip is on your shirt, should be facing directly forward, so there's no rotation in the column of the spine or the hips. We're going to take you back up to the top point and lean to the other side. So my right hand is high, my hips have gone over to the right side. Got my big toe to little toe down to the floor. I'm feeling a big stretch, specifically underneath the armpit of the right side, and also to the side of the right hip. Slowly releasing and fold. Side flex again. Gentle movement, side to side. Nice, and release. Okay, so from here, we're going to come over to a side wall. We're going to place our right hand onto the wall, and we're going to take our right hip into the wall and lean into it. This looks like this from the other side. We're going to lean our hip into the wall, slight flex in the standing knee, ankle into the wall, we're turning and looking over the shoulder. Now, if you can, you walk your hand a little bit higher. Feel that stretch increase. Up. Trying to keep the shoulder into the wall, keeping the hip side into the wall. And from here, looking over that left shoulder. Great way of opening up the flexibility of the chest. You might find a few pinches happening here, perhaps in the rotator cuff or the shoulder, somewhere in there. It's all good. From here, we're going to walk that hand up the wall, lean back into it. And again, if we can, we tilt and look over the left shoulder again. The more we can get the shoulder into the wall, the more we can get rotation, the more we can feel the opening up through the pec major and minor muscle groups. Release. Walk the hands down the wall, shake it out, interlock the fingers and rotate. Let's go around to the side. So this time we're going to drive our left hip into the wall. We're taking our left hand up against the wall and we're rotating and we're trying to look over the right shoulder. Again, we're pushing that shoulder into the wall, trying to lean back with our torso, webbing the fingers open wide on the wall as well. When we feel comfortable, we try and lift and walk the fingers up the wall a bit. Trying to develop the stretch through the chest and the shoulders. We take slow, deep breaths in and a slow, deep breath out. If you have something to support you, to help you rotate a little bit further, so you can look a bit further over that shoulder to open that chest once more. Slowly releasing off the chest stretch and relaxing here. From here, we're going to take our feet back to fist step apart and we're going to hinge, dropping the chin on the chest, sticking our bottom back and bringing our hands flat on top of our thighs. Sticking the bottom back, we feel a nice big deep stretch through the lower back and a stretch through the shoulders as well. Holding it there. Allow the chin to drop down on the chest, lengthening back through the shoulders and the neck. Before slowly flexing your knees, taking yourself back to standing, interlocking the fingers, rolling one way, rolling back the opposite way, shake it out. Really well trained. Hope you enjoyed that training session, guys. Really well done again. As always, if you did it live, hashtag live. If you did it replay, hashtag the replay. I'll see you next time for the next one. Grab your water. That was hard. Good stuff. Nice change in the shoulder dexterity movement. Well done. Cheers. Good stuff. Well trained.